Good afternoon. So it seems very short time. You were in class 9 and you were thinking, oh, when could we go to class 10? Class 10 final exam straight over. In Boishak you were in class 10. Boishak, Jet, Ashar, Shravan, Bhadra, Ashwin, Kartik finished. In Mongshir, many are in hostel. And there is no doubt, those who are in hostel, they will do much better than outsiders. It is guaranteed. Even Prishita was also denying. Now you can see big photo of Prishita there. In the history of Anupam, such type of model came for the first time, and she has deserved the highest position also. So please, if possible, stay at hostel, because there are very less distracting materials. Only you have to focus on study. These 4 months, Mangshir, Push, Magh, Phagun, these 4 months, please pay attention. Then your status will be better. Understand? 2-3 days, today is Sunday. On Friday, there was one guardian to get one recommendation letter. And he was asking, sir, my kid wants to go to America, because many children, they were like to go to abroad only, And what is the performance? What was her performance during her stay in Anupam? Just extracurricular activities. So many extracurricular activities. Just we prepared one letter and provided. And the girl who has passed was also very talented. Sunaina. Do you know Sunaina Srestha? I think in Neha's time, right? So your also story in Anupam should be much better, and your grade also should be much better. That's why these 4 months, stay at hostel, practice, and focus. Staying only at hostel, and if you think, oh, marks will come better, it doesn't like suit you. You must practice. If you are a bit weak in particular subject, ask your friend who is a bit talented one, and don't hesitate to guide. I started teaching tuition from grade 9. When I was in grade 9, one old lady, she had got grandson, and she said, Babu, she used to call me Babu. Tuition padhaidinu. The boy was studying in class 1. He was a bit weak on one. Now we became so much close friends also later. Only 8 years gap was there. I was in class 9, he was in grade 1. I taught him up to 3 only, because after passing SLC I came here. Still, I remember my first tuition student. But later on, what did you do? I don't know. There was so much gap. So learning is a fun. We have to make like that. If you pay attention towards your learning material, then you can understand. If you think it is by force, oh, I must do for teacher means you cannot. That's why whatever we are discussing, just take it easy. If unclear, please raise hand, sir. How it happened, or will you explain? I understood this thing. If you say every time I didn't understand, means nobody can explain. Up to which level you have understood, you say, I understood this one, but I didn't understand this, how to remember, how to memorize. If you say, teacher will explain. Teacher is here for that sake only. Understood? But you must pay attention. Focus on that subject matter. Not connected, now I will connect it. So, what is there? Now, what have we discussed earlier? Could you remember? We were discussing about homologous series, right? What were we discussing about?
Homologous series.
So, homologous series, what are the characteristics? Their general formula is same, chemical property is same, physical property different, but one main thing different is the successive members differ by CH2. What are the examples of homologous series? Methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane, right? characteristics discussed. Now, let's discuss some more things. We will discuss for maximum 18 minutes up to 4:10. Then some topic from my side, that is practice questions. Understood or not? Now you have to practice from the beginning, because you are going to appear in pre-board. In pre-board, questions will be asked from top to bottom. We know 4 types of questions will be asked. What are they? MCQ. In MCQ, it depends upon the question. If the question contains both, means all questions, then copy the correct answer, question and answer. If it is just returnable one, then you have to choose the best one. Understood or not? Right? Choosing the best one. That is better. Now, children, I am going to guide you 2 things: alkyl group and functional group. Alkyl group and what is here? Functional group. Okay. Here we can see one thing. What is this? Alkane. Do you see alkane? What is mentioned here? -1H. From alkane, 1 hydrogen is removed. Then 1 radical is formed. That is called alkyl radical. If 1 hydrogen is removed from alkane, then 1 radical is formed. That radical is called alkyl radical. For example, what is this? CH4. CH4, methane. From methane, 1 hydrogen is removed. What do you get here? CH3. This is methane. What is this? Methyl. When 1 hydrogen is removed, it becomes yl. Methane, methyl. Ethane, ethyl. Propane, propyl. Butane, butyl. Let me buy 1 copy. It from Word. Very easy idea is there. A blank document. So, alkane, remember, -1 hydrogen. What do you get here? Alkyl group or alkyl radical. That is same. Radical means it contains charge. What does it contain? Charge. Okay. Now, here is methane. From methane, what do you get? Methyl. From ethane? Ethane. What is here? Ethyl. From propane? Propane. What is that? Propyl. Butane. Butane, what do you get here? Butyl. We don't get alkyl group from alkene and alkyne. We can get alkyl group from alkane only, ANE only, alkane. Methane, methyl, ethane, ethyl, propane, propyl, butane, butyl. Now, general formula. What is the general formula of alkane? Alkane. CNH 2N plus 2. Yes or no? This is a general formula or not? CNH 2N plus 2. Then, what is the general formula of alkyl group? Alkyl group. Just suggest me, what is that? CNH 2N plus. Are you sure? Because here is plus 2 is here. 1 hydrogen is removed, right? If so, methane is CH4. Methane is CH4. Methyl is CH3. 1 hydrogen less. Ethane is, what is ethane? C2H6, right? C2H6. What is ethyl? C2H5. Right. So this is ethane. What is this? Ethyl. Like propane. C3H8. What is this? Propane. Now propyl. H7. Got the idea? So what is the radical? Butyl. Who can say? Butyl. C4. H. H9. Because 1 minus or plus 1, double n plus 1. Okay, this is the thing. So the radical formed by losing one electron from alkane group, what is that called? Alkane group, that is called alkyl group. Methane, methyl, ethane, propane, butane, butyl. What is the radical? C4H9. Propane, C3H7. Ethane, methane, methyl, CH3. They also differ by same group. See, in between methyl and ethyl, what is the difference? Here also, what is the difference? CH2. What is here? CH2. The CH2 we have to focus in our mind and say, wait, this is radical. Means it is stable or unstable? Radical is not stable. Radical is unstable. Radical is unstable. So something is added to the radical. Something is added to alkyl group. What is added? That is called functional group. But definition of functional group is, what is here? An atom or group of atoms which determine the chemical behavior of organic compound is called, what do you call? Functional group. Either single atom or group of atoms that show the properties of organic compound. How many functional groups are here? Hydroxyl OH, ether O, amino, carboxyl group, aldehyde, keto. These functional groups are always added with alkyl group to form organic compounds. They are unstable. They are also unstable. Unstable or unstable make combination, and what do they form? Stable compounds. Okay. Now again, let's open the. Children, just look at here. Right? If I write here CH3, what is this? Methyl. What is this? Methyl. What is this? Ethyl. Methyl and ethyl. These are alkyl group. What do you call them? Now, what is this?
This is
Functional group. What is this?
functional.
Now here is given bond. What does it mean? Here is single bond means some alkyl group is added here. Here are bond means alkyl groups are added here. Okay? Where is the alkyl group added? Front. Next one. Where is it added? Next. Okay. If I write CH3OH, what does OH show? Which compound is it? Which chemical behavior does it show? Alcohol. OH is alcohol. O, ether. What is that? Ether. Sometimes they have to do operation. Yes or no? So to do operation, the person must be unconscious or not? A kind of liquid is provided through blood stream. Its name is diethyl ether. What is its name? Chloroform is different. Chloroform is inhaled, right? But diethyl ether is given along with blood stream, and for a particular time, the person becomes unconscious. When my beauty bone was broken, they also did the same thing. I was taken to that operation hall. I was lying and I saw black dot over there, right? Some doctors were there and they were talking to me. What can you see? I said some black thing I can see over there, right? And slowly some liquid was injected, and later on I saw the black thing was moving fast, moving, right? After some time, what happened I didn't know. Means I became unconscious. When I got the conscious, I was in a bed. Within that time, they caught it, They drill the bones. They fitted some screws, not bolt, again stitched and kept alone. Sometimes what do they do? The dose is over, then person may die also. Sometimes the dose is less, and before stitching, that type of problem, right? Oh, that is ether I'm talking about.
I think that anesthesia.
That is anesthesia. That is ether. Actually, its name is diethyl ether. Okay, then so you said anesthesia. Anesthesia is any chemical compound that affects our brain. Chloroform is also a kind of anesthesia.
Yes.
Chloroform, that is provided through means inhalation, but it is not so much effective one, but it is more effective one, right? Understood or not? Okay, ether. And what is this COOH?
So, carbonic
Carbolic acid. What is NH2?
acid is amino.
Amino acid, right? So if it is done CH3COOH, this is called acetic acid. What is this? See? In organic acid also there is hydrogen. In inorganic acid also hydrogen. But inorganic, hydrogen is at last inorganic front. So first one, actually in a chemical, this organic compound, there are two radicals. First one is, actually we don't say a radical also, because organic compounds are made up of molecules. It contains two parts. One is alkyl group, another is functional group. Alkyl group lies at the beginning, functional group lies at the end. And alkyl group is formed by removal of one hydrogen from alkane, and functional group determines the physical and chemical properties of organic compound. Like you say, oh, Jonias are there, Twakies are there, right? You say alcohol. But which alcohol? There are different types of alcohols. When something is injected, last time one motorbike gave tocker to my motorbike, I fell on the roadside and nearly Guna Folking style. There was wound also, and I had to go to one clinic, and he suggested to provide TT injection. TT. Then tetanus injection. An injection was injected here. Afterwards, when the needle was taken out, he gave me a small piece of that cotton soaked with some liquid. That is also alcohol. And you say, oh, beer, oh, tharra, this and that. That is not alcohol. That contains alcohol. That contains alcohol. Not 100% alcohol. Understood or not? 100% is very dangerous one. Tin pan you see. Tin pan is 30% alcohol. Next one, whiskey. It contains 45 to 50% alcohol. Wine is not so much. 25-30% alcohol only. Right? Percent is there. Not concentrated. They are diluted. So those things also we are going to discuss in this chapter. That is alkyl group, and which one? Okay, here is alkyl group CH3, functional group OH, methyl alcohol, organic compound. Okay. Now some important hydrocarbon and their uses. Let's study one hydrocarbon. We have got 4 minutes left. Methane. Methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, septane, octane, nonane, decane, you said, right? Methane. What is the molecular formula? CH4. General formula. They forgot. You see, alkane. Alkane means general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Structural formula CHHHH means what type of covalent bond is there between carbon and hydrogen? Single covalent bond. See, single covalent bond. Condensed formula is also CH4. What is condensed formula? I will just show you once. For methane, CH4 only. But for ethane, look at here. What is this? It is ethane or not? In ethane, now check this part. CH3.CH3. This is condensed formula. Structural formula? Condensed formula. There are 3 hydrogen with carbon, 3 hydrogen with carbon. And this is the first member of alkane group, right? Methane. And it's the simplest hydrocarbon, saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated, why saturated? Because it contains single covalent bond. There is presence of single covalent bond. And this is called Mars gas. What do you call it? Why do you call it Mars gas? Why is methane called Mars gas? Because it is found in swamps or marshy land, or those areas where there is decomposition of organic matter. You say dumping site. In dumping site, organic matter decomposes, and what is produced? Methane. What is produced? Sometimes you fart. So there is also presence of some sort of methane, but you cannot collect and burn it, because methane can burn and produce more amount of fuel. Okay. Methane is found in gobar gas also. Where? Gobar gas. Okay. And where is methane used? It is used in gaseous fuel in industries, household works, etc. If you have got some animals, that animal dung can be kept in one gobar gas plant. From there, gas can be produced. Last time my daughter was studying in Pokhara, near to that Gandhiki Medical College, and the house owner, he had made one underground tank, and he used to keep there the vegetable waste, food waste, and the gas which was produced was used for cooking. You shouldn't buy any gas, because there were 2 members, it was sufficient. And if you have got more cattle, then gobar gas production also, that can be used in field as organic fertilizer. See? It is used to manufacture water gas. Used to manufacture? Are you feeling quite sleepy again? Water gas. So, mixture of 2 things. What are they? Hydrogen and carbon monoxide. Hydrogen and carbon monoxide. It is also used to prepare methyl chloride, chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, formaldehyde, methyl alcohol. So many other things can be produced from it. Used for making carbon black needed for paints and rubber industries. Making printing ink. And it is used in the form of LPG for domestic use. The cylinder which we use, that contains methane also, propane also, right? But actually, these gases are not so much odorful. That's why a kind of chemical is added. That's why whenever there is a leakage, hey, gas leak bhayo, do they say or right? So what is that chemical? We'll find out next day. Understood or not? Because of adding those chemicals, we can identify whether there is gas leakage or not. Right? Okay, that is the first member of saturated hydrocarbon. What is that? Methane. Have I given you some work to do? Please do that work as well as note making. Understood? Start. Yes, we'll keep this side.